rock it like rocket fuel.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
Check 13. 80 weapons.
On first down, Hoover, blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Hey, Alpha.
I got one. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They gonna need some therapy after that.
Second and 14. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
On the ready.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Geis with a carry on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
I got you, punk.
Smooth.
One set, one set. check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Yeah.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meetings talking about taking
Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, 81 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Derrick Henry, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Check, 47. Longer jump.
Hey, echo.
47 right. Mike 47. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. 17-0 our score after 1. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Down, 30 base.
I don't think you got it, son. Kill.
Hey, Charlie.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Let's go.
From the gun, Hoover. Got a man, it's Brown. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Yes, yes. Hey, wahoo.
2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, the 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's how you score.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at midfield. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Zoom.
Mike,
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll roll them out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Snap.
They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Hoover. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down. Hoover. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
54 Mike.
Hey, box truck.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, but it's going to be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Mike 56.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 1. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle it physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Exit.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check mark 54.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to 24. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So we got man.
Travis.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
No. Off. X3. 218, chopper, snap.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go,
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Hoover. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Protein spill.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hoover. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Get that quarterback.
A first down carry for Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready. 94.
Strong right.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here we go.
5.
On 3rd down, Hoover. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A pass complete here to Conley. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, Hoover. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
54, right there, right there.
Steve Trevor.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard
The
line.
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West. Shoot.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Henry. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
At the 17.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of